just returned from a world tour
Right, of the British.
of, no, just a world tour, you know, just like all the great performers. I give you Dr. Huff.
Thank you, Sam. JB. Well, it's really very simple, says he. How much easier it will be if all is done as I suggest. Things will turn out for the best, and you'll be thankful, you'll agree. But now for a few one-liners.
Oh.
BJ has really some unique qualities, I think. He's the only guy that can take used trucks and used watches and turn them into something valuable. And you may not realize, but BJ is... Now, these are not jokes, these are true.
Everything is true.
BJ, you know, is directionally challenged. He's probably the only person in Conisty that's driven Okanoa Circle over 100 times trying to find our house.
That's true.
Yeah, that's true.
One day.
And another thing, I mean, some of you I'm sure will realize that BJ is a wedgie. And as it turned out, that's had some unintended consequences. It's raised June's and my bar bill considerably for the amount of porter we've been drinking lately. And of course it brings up another question, is how does BJ possibly drink a growler every 2 days? I don't know, we don't have the answer for that. But maybe you can tell us, BJ.
Later.
Sort of related to that, you know, I'm sitting watching television, and every time I see a Flomax ad, I'm looking at the people and I'm wondering, is BJ that distinguished-looking guy that's running away from the golf course back towards the... and of course, you know that BJ has gotten this new contraption that he takes around with him on the golf course. What you may not know is that it's really a cleverly disguised urinal. And not only that, it's the most expensive porta-john in Conisty Falls. And finally, I would just like to say that, you know, when we used to live in Alabama, there was kind of a phrase, whether it was talking about politics or healthcare or whatever, was thank God for Mississippi. And now, when I look at the question, you know, June and I are reasonably well known for early Betty Bye times. But I can look at BJ and I can say, thank God for BJ. He's our Mississippi. Okay, and to finish up, at least I'll have the benefit of being brief. But to finish up, I looked up what we had written for BJ 2 years ago, and I wanted to read one of the verses again. And I was going to say, now 77 isn't really old age, but we're surprised you're still on the stage. Having gotten to here, just keep things in low gear, and in 10 years you'll be considered a sage. I don't know if you remember that one, but anyway, and there's one more that I had written for tonight, and it just says, now again we're celebrating with BJ, and we're thankful he's not in decay. So let's give a cheer and hoist yet another beer and tell him that he's simply A-OK.